Have you taken Dunlop? You may be eligible for compensation. Call 1-800-DON'T-CALL. All right, so if I hit join the chat, like for me to actually type into my phone, chat shows up. He started another broadcast. Oh, okay.
So is there 2 broadcasts?
It ended this one.
Yeah.
And started a new.
Yes. All hero. Oh. Okay, I won't press that fucking button again. Oh, here we go. All right, think we got it. Oh, no. There we go.
Oh, is it also... Is it playing off of your phone?
No, my volume's down.
So what's that playing? Off the computer?
It's got to be.
Oh, it's also playing off of your camera on your phone.
Mm-hmm. No.
Flip the camera. Flip the switch. It's the Ben phone.
There we go. Oh, no. That's better.
Here.
No, we're good. We're good. We're equally ugly. Okay. We're equally ugly. Okay. No, we're good. All right. Very proud Tennessee flag. Tennessee flag.
Okay.
So I just told Haps on the computer to not broadcast audio or send it to somewhere it doesn't exist. So we're not going to get that back into the feedback loop. So we can hear ourselves off the board.
All right, we're hearing ourselves off the board.
Mm-hmm. They're hearing us.
They're
right,
hearing
everybody?
us.
We sound pretty good? Is Chris does it? There you go.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, no.
Did my... Oh, I did just fucking... I'm glad you guys are all sticking through all this.
It's all a process.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're getting... I'm in the background. It's all a process. Yeah. It sounds like... No, that doesn't sound bad.
No. You want a refund? Oh, boy. All right, well...
I don't think... Do we have any free? I don't know how much free we have right now. All right. You guys tell us. What are you hearing? Do you hear us like in the background, or do we sound like really crisp and clear? Because we're hearing our audio from our microphones into our headphones, so we sound gorgeous to us.
But when you play it through your phone, it sounds just fine. It sounds pretty delicious.
Because for the most part, I think everybody knows what me in the background on your microphone would sound like compared to me on my microphone.
Yeah. But the mics in the video have gotten so much better that it's hard to, you know. Yeah. Well.
It looks good. So no, at least it's fine. A little reverb sometimes.
Well, there are built-in things with Haps that like tries to cancel out noise and echo
gates and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like we could mess with those as well, but as long as Tate says it's fine, we're good.
That's a general rule of thumb.
It's not doing that. Okay.
It's a general rule of thumb. If Tate's like, then Tate says that she would love to be our producer, and I told her I would love for her to be our producer. Coming through the mics. All right. Excellent.
We actually had a producer at one point, and Matt and I were ready to go big time at that point with PJ and Friends. Some of you guys remember those shows. Now, I told you I got all those shows, right?
No.
Like I went and I got them. I downloaded them all.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe if you guys are really lucky, we'll do like a listening party, and we'll actually like listen to those old episodes with us on Haps. I think that'd be pretty funny.
And the we can always pull up, because I'm sure I still have them on the YouTube channel. The episodes that you and I did. The first.
No, you lost them all.
Did I?
Yeah, you lost them all. You deleted them by accident.
Oh.
It was one of the mistakes you made that I actually got really pissed off about. Oh. Yeah. No. I was really hoping, because some of those shows were good. Not saying the PJ and Friends shows were bad.
The first one that we did, you and I, like, it was one of the happiest, proudest moments was when you came in at the end with "Here Comes Your Son."
Oh yeah.
Like that was such a smart line. That was a piece of gold that just landed, and then we're like, we're done. End of episode. Like, that's such a good dismount for the episode. But
yeah, it's a shame. It's gone. It's gone. We did some good interviews too. One of our interviews, they're not alive anymore. So, that's fine.
Ed.
Yeah, our good buddy Ed. He, man, I don't know how many years in music he was, but he was a stage manager and a booker and a sound guy.
Lights and sound,
video, everything. Ed could do everything except run the door, because he had to do everything.
He was as much of a musician, hitting all those buttons and spinning so many plates at one time behind that board. Yeah.
Yeah, Ed Waldick. What an interesting guy.
Cool guy.
We asked him, too, before we started the interview, was there anything that he didn't want us to talk about? Because God knows what weird thing Ed wouldn't talk about. I
couldn't think of anything.
The secret cigarettes.
Yeah.
That was probably like was that the thing he didn't want to talk about him smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
his wife didn't know.
We kind of narked, I think.
I don't know. His wife didn't know that he smoked cigarettes. And like, how do you sneak cigarettes away from your wife? Like, you don't stink like cigarettes? So, I don't know.
I just chalked it up to a man being a man and therefore being oblivious to what a woman knows.
Yeah.
And just being like, man, I'm getting away with it scot-free.
Yeah, she probably knew.
Yeah, meanwhile, she absolutely knew and was just like, let him have this. Mm-hmm. Let him have this victory.
This little victory, yeah. I'm like, did she know you smoke pot? He's like, yeah, she's fine with that. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's just the... And then she died, too, shortly, right? Mm-hmm. She died and then he died or something like that. I forget.
I don't remember.
No, I think she died first. She died first and then he died. But yeah. No, Backstage Lounge. That was probably one of our favorite spots outside of Ocala to do shows at. And I liked it because I didn't have to do any of the production.
Yeah.
Like, they had everything there.
We were super fortunate. Like, the circumstances of getting the band together and what we were capable of, and then finding that place. Mm-hmm. Like, just a small, like, it's exactly how would I put that? It's exactly the type of place that inspires me for all of my work, which is, it doesn't have to be high profile. It doesn't have to be packed, and a small room can be packed much easier than a big room.
Oh yeah, sure.
You don't need to play for thousands of people.
Yeah.
You can play for 100 people, and in a small enough room, when you got the lighting right, when the staging is right, like good time of night, everyone can get drinks. Like, it takes care of the basics that you can, with a very low budget, with very little thrown in. Like you could put on it. That's what a really good show is. The heart of it, less the props of it, less the the budget and stuff like that.
They did a really good job too of making it seem like it was a big concert. With the lights and the fog and everything.
That's what I'm saying. Like the production value is everything.
Well, what was that place? Like a Shoney's at one point? Like originally? Like
I wouldn't doubt it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very big place, but they had it set up really well so that one side was a bar and the other side was a concert hall. And I'm trying to think of like the time that I went there that they had the most people, and I think it was the guy from Days of the New. Like just the main guy. Like
I remember the night Stephen Piercy was there with his band. Like they had a pretty good showing.
Okay.
The former lead singer of Rat, when he was doing a solo thing, and they had a band come through. And
how many people? Was the room packed? I mean, was it hard to move around?
It was great.
Okay.
It was like that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I'd have to say them and. Head PE probably was a good show.
They played there, yeah.
There's probably two more acts, but I can't think of them off the top of my head just because I haven't accessed that information in a while. But
did you play for some Jamaican like
Orange Sky? Band? We brought in Orange Sky. But
was that at backstage or was that somewhere else?
That was backstage lounge. I think, if I remember correctly, I think that was backstage.
I think it was.
Yeah, because sometimes High Dive kind of leaks into my brain a little bit, but High Dive was fantastic too.
High Dive the production wasn't as good, but the sound was better and the room was better.
Yeah.
At High Dive. Ooh, there we go.
So basically, if Ed were at High Dive, that would be fantastic.
Ed actually went to another place after Backstage Lawn closed. He went to a venue called The Jam, and that was right on the Strip in Gainesville, and that was kind of more of a hippie kind of place.
That was one that was out back. Like they had the thing out there.
It was kind of a small place, but they had a stage inside, and then they had an outdoor stage where they actually could do like hundreds of people outside in their little court alley and stuff. That was a weird place too because like people openly smoked pot, and this was way before medical marijuana was legal, and and it wasn't hemp.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would just like smoke pipes and shit right out in the open. I'm like, whoa. That's kind of crazy. I'm not used to that. But
how are we doing for you guys? Are we coming in clear for everybody? Is everyone sticking around?
Just last comment I see is from Tate saying it's coming through the mics. Whatever we're doing is coming through.
Damn hippies.
Yeah. Well, hey, if they're paying their cover, that's all that matters, right?
Let me grab my water. I'll be right back. Get out of the van.
Uh-oh. I have to entertain everybody. Half does this weird thing where on my phone, it won't keep it on. Like it just will shut off after like a minute or whatever.
Your phone?
Yeah. It'll just go dark.
I mean, is it your phone or is it Haps?
Haps doesn't tell my phone there's activity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like when you're doing your GPS driving or whatever to keep your phone on. Doesn't do that. So we are so excited that we are going to be recording on a regular basis. So we're going to do a mixture of live streams and actual podcasts. And one of the podcast series, I'm sure there is, but I just don't know. Are you saying there's an app, a hack setting that I need to mess with,
or on my phone? So all my other apps that I use, it keeps my phone on just fine. But yeah.
Mr. Star Trek. It's a phone setting.
Yeah. If I don't press my phone like every 30 seconds or a minute, it'll go dark and then it'll disconnect me. And then y'all won't be able to see my pretty beard.
It was 80 degrees in this room before we started messing around in here. And it's 71 now. It's dropped. And that's a big problem that Matt and I are going to have if we want to continue to use this room during the summer is there's no air conditioning in here. So Matt and I have to come up with some kind of compromise. And we thought about just cutting a hole in the wall and putting an AC in it. But you can imagine my wife doesn't want me cutting large holes in the wall and putting AC units in. But she'll just have to get over some shit, right? Or we can get her on Haps and you guys can argue with her. One thing Matt and I have talked about at great length is spotlighting all of the original OGs, or just people that have been around for years and years and years. Like Trev. Trev is number one, right? Or are there other people who were like right around exactly?
To my recollection, Tev is the first one.
Oh, Tev. I'm sorry, I said Trev.
That's all right. Well, his screen name is Tev.
Oh, okay. So.
I come back, Ben's crying, the place is on fire.
Yeah. They made fun of my beard.
The audio's still going, but you know, bless you, man. You're really
trying.
You're trying.
It's the only thing I can do.
You're trying.
I met a guy when I got a job at an IT or a telecom company, and he had a beard very similar to this. And I asked him if he was Amish because it kind of looked like an Amish beard. And he says, "No, I'm just unable to grow any other facial hair other than right here." Well, how about that? It took me 6-7 months to get this, you know, and it's finally.
Spoiler alert: Ben's Amish.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
And a Baptist. So. 1.9 thousand followers.
1.21.
Do you see that? But the new DeLorean.
Yes.
It's going to be electric.
I hope so. Please let that happen.
Hope
that
it
would
can
be
go
fantastic.
more than 88 miles per hour if it's electric.
Nope, just 88's fine.
Just 80. Maxed out. Doesn't have time travel. Yeah.
No, if I remember correctly, the special speedometer they put on it went up to 120, but it's not the original speedometer for the DeLorean. I think the DeLorean could only go up to probably 80 or 90.
If that, you know, one of the things that really fucked that car was it needs a Hemi. I think they designed it to have a V6, and then when they went into production, I'm pretty sure it was like a 4-cylinder. So that's why it was slow as it was. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
On the upside, it also ran off of cocaine.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I saw an interesting video today, and it was a Back to the Future theory. And I know that Back to the Future is one of your favorite movies.
One of the things I was watching yesterday when you came up to the car was when I first got home was the what if Marty didn't what if the lightning strike wasn't successful?
Oh, okay.
What would happen next?
This one was different. This one was what if Doc died in that scene where he was mowed down by that terrorist, and everything else about the movie was like when Doc shows up, like he goes back to the future to get Doc back, or the past or whatever.
Goes to the past,
but then he's dead. Doc's dead. The rest of the life, the old Doc is dead. Yeah. And him losing, you know, like the picture fading away and stuff like that. That's Marty dealing with the fact that the Doc is dead. And interesting thing. I never heard that. I mean, that's kind of, you know. I mean,
yeah. So the I was going to say the time machine wasn't successful, and Marty was just going nuts. But no, that would be out of order because we know it worked.
Yeah.
Liz, hello, Liz. Hashtag fake Liz joining us today. No, that's Bilbo's thing that he did. Sorry. Hi, Liz. How are you? I'm so used to looking into my phone camera. I should be looking at that camera. Really.
Yeah. And then I look at my phone, and then I look like a weirdo.
There's only so much.
There's only so much you can do with this. Yeah.
Technology can do for us.
Yeah. I definitely do have a face for radio, so that's fine. That's why we took to podcasting so well.
So this isn't what the final product's going to look like. This is simply probably the second iteration of what we're going to do.
Get all these kinks out of the system.
Yeah. What you're seeing now, as far as the video quality, this is actually a Logitech webcam instead of my phone that we're running off. My phone's right here, so there's a lot of different things that we're going to be changing and adding to it. I was mentioning to them earlier that so the idea is that we're still going to be broadcasting across multiple platforms, but we're just going to be trying to do the in-studio thing Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to like 9:30-ish. where was I going with that? Oh, that we want to
Things to come.
we want to do like legit landscape uh, uh, layout and overlays and like the we're gonna be using OBS. We want to try to do that, integrate that into the live streaming, and because there's so many things that you can do with that. I just have to read up on how HAPS and ABS can get along. HAPS and OBS can get along, but there's a channel that I'm watching on YouTube where the guy just comes up with so many cool thing overlays and animation and the stinger transitions and stuff and all that. That I'm like, I want to learn how many tips and tricks I can do, and then on my off time, on my time,
start building all that stuff up.
This is on Twitch at the moment too. Yep, we're on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter Live and Facebook Live and on the HAPS app. But we're broadcasting through HAPS on the computer.
Ironically, it's not on Periscope.
But Periscope is Twitter Live now. Yeah.
Oh, it's Twitter Live now. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's possible that we can also add Instagram Live and TikTok for live streaming as well.
Once that gets taken care of.
Yeah, which, by the way, anybody watching that has TikTok but is not subscribed to me, following me on TikTok, it's at 3231. Trying to get up to 1,000. I think we're at 657.
Oh, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Yeah,
the people that are able to broadcast live on TikTok, I'm very disappointed in TikTok because it's ridiculous.
Potential, actual usage. Like it's a huge gap there.
How do 12-year-olds get 1,000 people to follow them and then be able to broadcast them playing like Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like I don't get it.
It's the same sort of logic. Should I follow Matt? He seems nice. Doesn't seem I don't seems to promise a lot. What?
I just think it's a weird way that like nobody else makes you wait to be able to go live. You know what I mean? Like, did you have?
No, YouTube does say 1,000 followers.
Do they?
Yeah. I don't know. So I really.
So are you able to broadcast live on YouTube?
I don't know why I am, but I am.
Oh, okay.
I think Instagram is the same thing, but I can't recall.
Facebook, you can go live right away. Now, granted, I have a lot more than 1,000 followers on Facebook, so maybe that has to do with it too.
Twitch, I think you can go live right away. Yes, yeah, you absolutely can.
That's or just make me send you my driver's license and $25 and let me go live. You know what I mean? Like this stupidness that you need to do.
Yeah, but I understand the reason why is because they're trying to drum enough attention that they can at least. Okay, so I run on Logic. I don't know if the world runs on Logic anymore, so this may absolutely not be the case. But as far as I know, that what I figured could be the case is they're not going to spare the bandwidth for just everybody. Just jump on and do it. I mean, that was a downfall of Periscope.
But if people are watching, and if nobody's watching the stream, then they're not wasting the bandwidth. You know? But I don't know. TikTok is weird. I mean, it really is a weird platform. It's one of the most intrusive when it comes to data, stealing your data, analyzing everything you do on your phone.
You've watched enough of my broadcasts, and I'm sure you've heard exactly what I said before, which is I just want to connect to get those people.
There's so many people that use it that I understand why you're going through the hassle of getting that unlocked so you can go live on it.
Yeah. But getting back to what I was saying, like I can take my laptop, so I can wake up 7, 8 in the morning, not bug anybody, drive down to Dunkin' Donuts, grab me a coffee, plug in my laptop, and I can goof off with OBS, or I can go on to whatever he suggests, these free apps that this guy is suggesting. Because it's like the OBS is easy and it's free, and you download it and you can use it, and there's so many different things you can do with it. There's so many other different programs that you could use that could end up being integrated into your broadcast. And it's like this guy, I forget his name, so I apologize, Michael something, I can't forget his name, but I'll try to remember it next time. But he has so many tips and tricks on creating your thing that I'm like, yes, that's what I want to do. Absolutely. I don't want all the bells and whistles. There's so much more that I could learn to do than I'll be able to use.
I think a lot of times when I watch those broadcasts, like some of the stuff's cool, but a lot of it's annoying. It's
distracting. Yeah.
Big time.
like I think it's nice that somebody gave you $40, but like, do I have to see 5 minutes of fireworks go off? You know what I mean? Because he donated money to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's part of the culture. As they add the stuff on, it just becomes part of the thing. It's live and it's animated and it's huge. And I'm just not. I mean, I am a huge man, but I'm not. I'm like, I'm more into the quality than going overboard with like all the soundboard stuff, and that seems a little morning.
Morning zoo.
Morning zoo, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Although here we are on microphones. Well,
yeah.
That I would almost like to do more than actual morning zoo shit than some of the stuff that you see on the Twitch. I always add the to it just so that I can seem a little bit boomer, just so I can seem a little bit on the Twitters and the Twitches and the Facebooks and the Headspaces.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know about the broadcast, but I love the way that I sound right now. It's also because I got like these headphones on, but I really like this. Makes me happy to hear me like this. So
yeah, good.
Much better than
that first hit of cracks free.
Much better than just talking into my phone. So I'm looking forward to this a lot. And to be honest, like I don't really care about the background. With like putting out the bricks and stuff like that, and doing
it's gonna look a lot better. It's gonna make it look better.
But for me, that's your satisfaction, not my satisfaction. So go for it. Whatever makes you happy, do it.
But we gotta figure too, like we're both gonna be on this side. So
why?
Well, because then it's going to look shitty behind you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm fine with that. But if you're, like,
almost wonder, could we put a curtain up then?
Sure.
Yeah, we probably do that. Yeah. Or we could put a green screen behind you. Put anything in.
Because if somebody actually, I want someone to come in. Let's just do that. Let's not do anything until someone comes in and says, I don't like your back.
Yeah, I mean, green curtain.
They seem like good.
We have a green screen in the house. Abby got it.
They seem like good folks, but
their studio is just an office in a garage.
I can see their door and their fan, and like, no,
I'm kind of highfalutin people think this is.
Bill will say it.
Yeah,
but no, it don't have to be fancy.
All right, I'm gonna do that right now. Thank you.
If you have Android, you can go to settings, display, screen timeout, and change it. Oh, nice. Make sure we look right up Ben's nose before he deactivates the camera. Okay, he's off there.
Or
good.
Maybe I just...
Good, he's gone. No, what?
Or maybe I just don't put my...
See, I'm looking at that and like, yeah, it's some dude's garage. That's fine. I mean, considering I'm on camera, it's not going to look great because I'm this big fat dude sitting in a chair talking on a microphone. So it's like, this is like, this is, if this could look better than what's behind me, that's all right. You look perfect. Oh, shush. No, but I that's the thing that I've always liked is, I'm a big dude just on a microphone talking about stuff, an important message, and like I like there is she was talking to me. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Bilbo.
Oh boy, that's a wonderful image of me. Wow. Okay, there we go. We're joining me back here. Oh God.
It's the Self-Conscious Podcast.
Oh God. Let's not make that face anymore, Ben. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
No, it's like it doesn't matter. We have faces for radios. We're into a podcast. The podcast is the thing, and like I wouldn't. I almost want to be the guy in the garage doing the podcast because like anybody could do it, and it's like the production value aspect of it only goes so far. Not because if it's a great background,
the number
you're
one
feeling good.
Podcast in the world has $400 microphones. So what does that tell you?
As opposed to
$10,000 microphone. I mean, you don't really need, you know what I'm saying? Like you only need so much when it comes to hardware.
Yeah. If I were to take a look in my particular taste, if I were to take a look at everything right now, the only thing that I see a problem with is the fact that you could hear the fan in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, that's white noise. That's fine.
Yeah.
I sound good. You sound good.
Mm-hmm.
We're connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's the message is getting through. The thing that like frame rate is a thing that's important to me. Like I almost have smooth frame rate, and considering this is going to be a podcast and we're recording, that's a separate issue. So the podcast is just fine. That's all the stuff we're going to put on the end, like the music and the bumpers and all that. That's all that junk. That's stuff that we add into it. But I don't see anything that really needs to change, other than, you know, like you said, if the tripod is messed up, like super glue that shit. If we get a cheap tripod that does that trick, we super glue it so it stays exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about the quality of it. You know, was that a $100 tripod or is that a $5 tripod? I'd rather be a $5 tripod because that means that's other money we can put into something else.
It was under 20. Yeah. No, I think especially for the video stuff, if we never intend on the final product including video, then you're right. This is fine because the audio is what we expect to be the final product, not the video. The haps. So Matt is not streaming from the phone. Matt is actually streaming off the computer.
Use your phone. Use your phone.
I'm using my phone.
I'm saying grab your phone and show them what. So we got a webcam there, Logitech webcam, super cheap, and I'm, you know, it's on a little cheap oak tripod.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, that is definitely something that would save us a lot of time. That the video feature of the party is just for the hardcore fans. And their interaction, you know, they get to partake in the podcast as well.
I have a few little different things, like the angle of my camera versus the angle of your camera right now is a difference. That I would like to have. I would like to have you at like another webcam at pretty much the same angle facing you. Those little things are the things that matter to me. Like the lighting, the consistent lighting would be cool.
Yeah.
As far as,
but you don't look that bad though right now.
I look fantastic.
Yeah.
Lighting wise.
Yeah.
Like I said, only so much you can do about the rest of it. But that quality of my camera on you and whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what's in the background. You know, if you have garbage and stuff, you know, you can pick up the garbage and whatnot. But like, if it's a cluttered garage, fine. It's a cluttered garage. It's busy. It's something for somebody to look at. I'm perfectly happy with that. I would be interested to see what it would look like. You know, like the door, for example, the door being open and it being black and it being dark outside, nothing takes away from that. If it was light outside, you could see the backyard, that'd be a different story.
People like stuck out outside.
Or just like
the ducks come in.
I thought you could say like the form, like in horror movies, just kind of crosses over real quick.
And he scares the shit out of us during broadcast.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would be quality entertainment right there. But no, yeah.
Is there anybody else that we won't be able to hear?
Special guest, yep. Yeah. We could absolutely have somebody come in. We could also have people through, when we're using OBS, like through Zoom calls, and also with the Haps app. If we're gonna stay on Haps right now, it's super convenient. But we find something better, we'll switch to something better. I know that the multi-streaming we can do through Restream.io and have an integrated chat, and with the overlays and stuff, we could have that like I did before at the house. That was great. It was just to have all that Restream stuff on a phone with Periscope with the Haps. Like that's the reason why I'm sticking with Haps, because for what I want to do it on my phone, super easy.
Yeah.
But if that's for me on my phone as I travel.
Random trick-or-treaters
in the house demanded candy during the podcast in March.
Because we could get other people on with us, but then it's the issue of hearing them and not hearing us. Like we could flip it around where we could hear them, but we wouldn't hear ourselves talk.
Yeah, that would be an issue.
But who cares if the people listen? Like, you know what I mean? Like it would still be recording.
That's where OBS comes in.
Yeah.
We would be able to do a Zoom call and us, and all that audio can filter through and go out to the broadcast. So it's all controllable within this room.
Yeah.
Somebody on HAPS guest spotting, that'd be a different story because that's kind of that would be a kind of a post production thing. Although I don't know because we're using the computer still.
Yeah, it's a question for later, but definitely we look at Zoom app. Yeah, sure. Zoom. We could have a whole Zoom of it'd be like the Muppets, with all the different people in the Zoom
or Brady Bunch.
The Brady
That's
Bunch.
where my brain went.
No, but I know your fan.
Hollywood Squares.
It's more like the Muppets than the Brady.
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, yeah, for sure.
Well, which is an interesting idea, like to do a Hollywood Squares thing, but that would be a Knoxville Squares or something like that. Yeah. to do like a game or something. But no, little things that need to change. But the main thing is right now we have the majority of it out of the way. 80% of it is taken care of now.
Yeah.
Now
It's setting a schedule and sticking to it.
Yeah,
for sure, which is definitely an issue. But I think Wednesdays will work after our dinner, and then we'll broadcast over Blue in the Face.
If I get access, if I can get in here onto the computer, whatever I do outside of my laptop, and little stuff that I can do, I can bring it in here and put it up so that it's all ready.
Yeah, because this computer is plenty powerful enough to coming faster through Twitch. That's it.
Oh, is it? All right, cool. Yeah, and those are also little things to tweak. Like once we get this going, I want to worry about the Facebook experience, and then worry about the Twitch experience and the YouTube experience. And also, we don't have to worry about recording this for people because this is up on YouTube, this is up on Twitch. That's where it is. As long as we get the studio thing, the production out from the computer, as long as we get that right, we don't really have to worry about it. It's more for like the labeling of it, like on Twitch. Right now, I think we're under podcast and talk shows. Technically, that would stay the case. If it was just me on my phone, they have a category just chatting. I don't necessarily know the difference between the categories, but now that I think of it, I'm like, if we're doing a podcast and it's staying on the same channel, staying in the same category, like I don't think I have to worry about that. But I want to make sure that on the platforms that we have, it's a good experience for everybody. And maybe once I check out what all this does and how we have this set up, if I go to Facebook, and like you said, if I go to Facebook and I see that we're just not picking up the Facebook chat, maybe start talking to people about, why don't you go over to Twitch? If you see us live and you see we're on the air, leave a comment. And you can, if you have time, go to the
one of the apps has to work. It has to work. Oh, someone's going to go take a shower.
All right, Liz, love you. Are we switching to your camera now, Liz? She said she wanted to be a guest. She's going to go take a shower.
Okay, we can add that. Where's that on here? Where's that? Add Liz shower cam. Okay.
I'm concerned about the quality of your camera, but all right, we love you. We were going to say something, Liz. Like, it was getting a little stinky around here. So I'm glad you're being self-conscious enough to take it.
There does need to be a cross chat, and really the solution is that OBS.
That's the Restream.io, by the way. Restream.io integrates their chat with. That's because I did it before with Facebook, and like you're signing on to those accounts through Restream, and then it's taking all that data and bringing it in and showing it on the integrated chat on screen. So that's what Restream can do. That's why I'm leaning towards that. But thank you for being nice about it. Well, we love you.
But no, I don't think that's it. I think ideally it's going to be 3231 website, and everybody has an account there, and they watch the video there. That's OBS, and all the chat is right.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, that's ideal. That's what we want. Is everybody coming to us? But then we have that whole issue of,
because that would
where the hell's the video?
That would make the app so much easier because the app is you click the app and then the app accesses whatever feed is from the website.
Yeah.
So the app doesn't worry about the chat. The app doesn't worry about the camera or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's picking up although
it does.
It would pick up the chat would be an issue.
Yeah.
So okay. So it's whatever the feed is, whatever we're broadcasting out, plus the chat.
Yeah. So you'd almost have two chats though. You'd have our chat, which is the initial video, and then when it's restreamed on to other ones, you'd have their chat as well. But you wouldn't see those. We could make it work. But again, it's like you're having apps people are talking.
Well, if you look at
because like we can't see the YouTube people talking.
Ben's gonna make that app. I hope so.
Well, we're gonna pay somebody. Jeez.
Yeah. If it's worth the cost, absolutely get somebody else to do it better than us trying to figure it out. We knew enough.
It's like this. You want to do something, find somebody else that's already doing it and learn from them. You know, Mr. Beast does almost everything on YouTube, and he is the biggest fucking name, makes the most money, and he doesn't do any of that other shit on other stuff. So, you know, is YouTube where we need to move to? Maybe.
The two competitors right now would be Twitch and YouTube because it's just easy. YouTube, I would say more than Twitch because everybody watches YouTube for whatever they want. Twitch is usually geared towards a particular kind of content.
You know, and I know Twitch is super popular and stuff, but I don't know anybody who watches Twitch. No. And then you say, well, where do you watch your streams from? And be like, well, Facebook, YouTube. They'll say apps, you know, Instagram. You know what I mean? Like they say the main ones. But Twitch has like how many millions of people, you know what I mean? Like there's no denying there's people that use Twitch, but it just seems like Twitch is a certain kind of person. Or a gamer.
Still majority of gaming.
Yeah.
But
they still have tons of other stuff.
But the podcasts and everything else are starting to gain momentum.
Yeah.
But YouTube would kind of be the one. But
I kind of see too that keeping.
I watch pre-recorded streams of gamers, not on Twitch.
On YouTube, yeah, that's why. Yeah. Most of my viewing is on YouTube as well. But I think what we should really focus on more than anything is that the relationship that you and I have with all these people, that you know everybody's name, you know all these people, that's special.
Mm-hmm.
Most streamers, personalities, internet people don't know who the fuck these people are. Mm-hmm. They're not even reading the comments. Usually they're just broadcasting. Somebody else is sending stuff back. Okay? Mm-hmm. So keep what's special. This small group of 2,000 people or whatever, I kind of like it to that they are the only ones that are able to chat. Mm-hmm. And, you know, as new people come on, well, that's great. You listen to
That's why the website is essentially the Patreon subscriber, the access.
And only let them do that. Only let those people have access to it. Because, like, I've watched real popular streams before where there's, like, 3,000 people watching the stream. You can't see shit. The chat goes, whoa, you know, you're like, oh, I think I saw my name.
Yeah, I see sometimes like watching popular. I watch the YouTube videos of the Twitch streams, and on the Twitch streams, a lot of graphics coming up, a lot of GIFs, a lot of emojis and stuff, and it's just like you can't really
keep an eye sometimes to have your font bigger. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, it can go really fast.
Mm-hmm. So it would basically be. Like the moderators could check out and back scroll on the Twitch chat. Yeah, but more the fact like of the thing I'm thinking of is when I watch like the Star Citizen Q&As and stuff, the live stream Q&As, the moderators are pulling questions from the chat with the word question in all caps and brackets. So that they can pull that stuff that we could end up filtering through into the conversation with the chat.
I'm going to love when we have that problem, that we have a volume of chat that's we can't deal with it, opposed to what we have now where people are talking.
Scam Citizen, that's right.
scams. It's very, we can answer every single person's response and still have a conversation. But I've been on your streams where everybody's fucking chatting that day, and there's no way, with people talking, that you're able to constantly keep up with that. But then the show is, at that point, it's Matt responding to comments. It's not whatever Matt decided he was going to talk about at length, and then most people are good about it. But sometimes you get totally thrown for a loop and people start talking, or they've got to be the trolls and they're really fucking with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not obviously
Well, like you said,
show.
it's the better problem to have.
Yeah.
The abundance of interaction that we can cherry pick through, rather than me waiting for someone to say something in chat for me to respond to.
Well, too, and the fan base, the people out there, the family, will know ahead of time, especially like if we're doing, we're only going to be broadcasting on Wednesdays from this time to this time, and work on that with the interaction.
The show will be on. I will be I could be conceivably broadcasting day to day, the same old, I'm on my phone in my car, just seeing what everybody's up to, what's my days like sort of thing. But the show is only on Wednesdays during a certain time.
Yeah. I would really like to get some people, the OG people, on for us to talk to, even if it's just for like 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
There's at least 24 I know. So if I know 24, fuck, you know a hell of a lot more than that. And I'm sure most of those people would be happy to come on and talk for 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you and I have said before that we've discussed this, that the number, what was the number called?
Oh, Dunbar.
The Dunbar number.
Yeah, 150 to 250.
So Ben has this number called the Dunbar number that is basically what a manageable community might look like.
Yeah.
And we we have a name for it now that we can reference. I just got to remember the name, but I keep thinking Dunlop because Bobo said it earlier.
No, Dunbar. Yeah.
So thousands of people subscribe, thousands more across multiple platforms. But the people that we hang on to, that we connect with, and that are there on a regular basis, much less than that.
Yeah.
And I've said before on Periscope, there was a time when I could list off in my head about 150 names of people that I legitimately care about and think of as people and have communicated with, and like how their day is, where they're at in the world, that sort of thing. I'm really happy about that. Like, that's the number that I really want to focus on. I want to welcome everybody in and have them give them an opportunity to be another person added onto that list. Audience versus fans versus followers versus friends. So the goal for us would be 150 people that are hardcore into us. That's the community. That's the main the pool of people that not only that we would communicate with, but like if Bilbo wasn't super busy and he wanted to be a moderator, or if David wanted to be a guest or wanted to be a moderator, or something like that, like somebody that we could end up hiring on, the trusted folks within our community that can contribute a little more directly than just being a member of the audience.
Sure.
Absolutely.
They've earned that.
Yeah,
They've earned it. They've been fans long enough. They can start taking over, grabbing the lights, and putting the spotlight where it belongs.
And then have a seat inside stage left or whatever, and watch the show from there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'd love. Have staff, to have people that can jump in and that'd be again, those are stretch goals.
Mm-hmm.
The main goal is just a solid product we can put on consistently.
For sure. My battery is just fucking plowing through.
I'm at 95.
Can we?
Do you have a USB-C?
Yes. What do you think I am? Some Apple fanboy?
I don't know. If it reaches.
Yeah. Oh no! It won't.
Here. Here.
No. We're good.
You sure?
Oh, just move that.
Toward you?
Push that.
That looks like it looks like. Okay. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Who's calling? Wireless caller.
Somebody's calling you?
Yeah.
All right. So it's not a...
Hello? Oh, geez. Well, that's Jamie. That's our first producer.
Jamie!
Yes, is HAPS normally used on normal devices? Is that?
Is it used on like every phone? Yes.
You could go to haps.co on your computer, and you can use your computer.
Okay, yeah, I tried on the mobile device and it didn't want to load, but it could also be my internet connection. I will try again.
Yeah, try that.
Jamie, I love you, buddy. Haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, so all of your chat is currently filtered through HAPS. That's the only chat you can see.
Currently,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I'll give it another go and see if I can get through.
All right, buddy.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Jamie, where's my cat?
He sent me a text while we were doing this, and I'm like, well, I can't really respond to you, buddy, but there you go. See, that's how you get on the show, guys.
That's a good
You
sign.
You just call one of us.
The return of Man Baby.
Yeah. Jamie's fantastic. Jamie is a wonderful guy.
I love
And it'd
Jamie.
be really cool, too, if we got our own Jamie back, because, like,
Absolutely, yes.
Joe Rogan has his Jamie, and our Jamie's pretty fucking special, too. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
and there's no reason why he couldn't join us. You know what I mean? We just have to make sure
Even
we get
just
the
to
remote.
chime in, even if it's just from, you know what, even if
just that.
it was audio only,
Yeah.
just so that he could throw a one-liner or something out every once in a while, just to give him involved. Absolutely, but no, I would love for him to jump on board.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Or to, also we could do is he could record a segment and we could play it.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Because he's got a lot of ideas that he wants to do for different stuff, and he's on TikTok as well. It's I forget exactly what his name is on there, but it's like Dirty Beard or something like that, or Dirty Smelly something or another. It's weird. It's a funny name, and he comes up with some really interesting videos. They're not your normal TikToks. Yeah.
I need to take my meds in half an hour. Yes, I would gladly trade 10 Bilbos for. No, I'm joking. I love you, buddy. I love you so much.
Bilbo is hardcore.
There are people like that. It's that 150 thing, but there's even within that there are even within that 150, like.
Well, yeah, you have like an inner circle of like a dozen or so people that you interact with a long time.
Let me put it this way: there
Yeah.
are people within that 150 that I would not, I could not. That would okay. So I'll phrase it properly. No one within the 150 people could I ever see life without. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's how hardcore that 150 people are.
Mhm.
Like I would not trade anybody.
But how many
for
of them would you give an organ to? And I mean
Less.
like an internal organ, not like your organ.
less than that 150? But I'm
course.
just saying,
Like a dozen.
it's easy to say that. Like within that 150, I'm like I want those people in my life.
Yeah.
Not just in my community, not just in the audience, but yeah. And I could go through the list, and I probably couldn't come up with all 150 people right now, but I could definitely come up with a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
David and Tate and Jenna and Kelly was a member of that. Marissa was a member of that. Liz is a member of that. Stu. I'm trying to go back. Tev. Tons and tons and tons and tons.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Bilbo. I guess I would include him in that as well. I thought it was just me.
I want to say out of all the people, Bilbo seems the most consistent. Even if he wasn't from the very beginning, he is on so many of your broadcasts.
Sure.
I mean, he
last,
but the best. Last.
Save the best for last.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Jen for sure, and
I don't see her on your broadcast much anymore. I see her on Facebook because I'm friends with her now.
Well, actually, I talked to her. she doing what she does, being a mom and work and all that stuff. A lot of stuff going on for her.
Gorgeous kids.
Yeah.
Man. And I've seen them grow up from babies to they're not babies anymore.
She makes good babies.
Yeah, she does.
But I actually like Bilbo and Jennifer and Liz. They're the people that I actually talk to offline, just like text and actual phone calls and stuff like that.
That's nice that you talk to people.
Yeah, like Bilbo
Sometimes
and
I get worried.
Bilbo and I hang out without a broadcast. So Jen, yeah, we text every once in a while. It's like, everything okay? Like the other day, it was so awesome. Jen, hold on a second. Hello, my dear.
Hi, you said my name too many times, so I appeared. I'm like,
Is Beetlejuice?
Did not know.
Hi, because Facebook comments aren't working, I don't think.
Yes,
No, we haven't seen any
Facebook comments. My apologies to folks watching us on Facebook right now. I can't see comments.
No.
I can switch over to Facebook so I can view comments on my phone, but yeah, currently not working.
Well, I just wanted to let you know.
Oh yeah, you could open up a new window, dude. Hello to everybody on Facebook. I love you guys so much, and that's like friends and family. So those are people that I would love to have. I would love to have watch. Yeah, Ben, this is all a process. Ben and I are trying to figure this stuff out, and we want everybody included with that. As I've mentioned many times before, whatever platform is good for you, I would love to go ahead and use whatever you're comfortable with and join the conversation. Absolutely. But Jen, always want you to be a part of the conversation.
So funny.
Love you. Bye.
So is that maybe a reason I don't see her because she watches on Facebook?
Like that, and she can get me whenever she wants me. That's the reason why you don't see from her, because she can, all I have to do is pick up my phone, and if I want some Matt, if I want some awesome, all I got to do is just Stevie Weeks. Hello Stevie, how are you? I haven't found the block feature yet. Yeah, if you could open up another window just so that
it's asking me to prove myself to Facebook.
Oh, you're talking trying to open Facebook on your laptop? I mean, on your computer? Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Oh, I keep looking at my phone. You're right there now. I'm going to have to get used to that. Oh, how are you? More of that, please. More, like I said, the people watching, and not just watching, but really caring and want to be a part of my life and our lives, and communicate, and love and respect, and absolutely, just never enough of that shit. Never enough. It's good to see. It's good to see you too. Thank you for watching me.
Thank you, for
Jamie.
being a friend.
Jamie Bennett just joined
go.
apps.
Oh, hold on. Let's.
I now have 1,880 subscribers on Haps.
This is fantastic.
I'll take it. Thank you. One of the other things to keep in mind is the fact that of those 150 people, a lot of folks are busy.
Oh, geez, hold on.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
But it's my voice, so I. That was some thick audio right there. That's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's Jenna and Jennifer. There we go.
Yep.
Yes. The very beautiful one.
Okay, I left Facebook. Yeah. Ben now has access to Facebook that he can look at comments. So by all means. Sorry about that. It's something we're working on. Like Haps did it for a while. That's the thing. Too late, Ben. That's the thing about Haps, is it did it before. And it even went anonymous Facebook user. I'll take it. Just as long as I get the comments and I can respond to them. But you don't have to. You can just tell me who you are. I don't have to know who you are. Just like, hey Matt, how's it going? I'll respond. But thank you, Jenna, for hanging out with us.
It's weird seeing the delay on the Facebook versus what's on Haps. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, like about 10 seconds ish.
Something. Yeah.
You don't know me, it's fine.
Okay. I wonder, does does Jamie have the ability to get on with us?
Oh, you want to connect them as well? It wanted me to download app and sign up. Plenty of room on my new phone. I wonder, Jamie, if
Jamie, I just invited you if you want to try to hop on this stream with us. I don't know what your current setup is right now, but anything is better than nothing.
Jamie is in certain circles where it has connection to folks where I would love to. In a perfect world, I want to get a phone just so I can hand it to him, so he can hand it off and bring it back as like a super phone,
Like the red phone or like the bat phone?
like a bat phone, like
But it's a Jamie phone?
like this phone is as powerful as 3 personal computers type of phone. But that's kind of like that is an old me kind of thing, where now it's like the phone part of it being, I don't carry a lot of stuff on me, and it would be a nice thing to have. But the old tech, give me tech, give me technology.
Yeah.
I actually have more than I need on this phone, so I don't necessarily need that. But it's still kind of like that's such a cool thing. You and I have that in common, where it's like, if I could get a TV, that's great. If I could get a TV that could show what I want when I want, so I don't even need a remote, it just like
just taps right into my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me, show me, show me. Oh boy. Oh wow, it even shows in a little live video. I'm telling you, man, we got so much cool things to in the future.
There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of stuff that we don't know exists, or that we know exists, but we don't know how it works, so we can integrate with it.
Well, too, if like nobody
set me a joint
uses it.
notification, and I clicked accept, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, okay.
There might be features there. I know that there are features on this app through Haps that they want to include, but currently don't have. Like Instagram. I connected my Instagram.
I'm gonna send you another one, Jamie. I'm just gonna keep sending it to you. Hold on a second. It says you're invited.
There are a couple things I've seen on Haps that are like
you another invite. Let's try, because it took me a couple times of inviting myself before I could come on, and then we'll just once it gets you onboarded, it puts you backstage. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But that's one of the things. Like Haps is good for us for now because there's so many things we could do with it. But Haps itself is probably not going to be what we're sticking around with, unless things change and other features become available and become super easy for us. Absolutely, we'll hold on to it. But I know that there are features that it has placement for, but aren't functioning right now. Like I know that on my profile on Haps, it says your intro video. Like I could record a video that people could watch, when they click on my profile. But when I click on it, it says this feature not enabled yet. So it's like they have a placeholder for it where.
Oh no!
Ooh,
there we go. Sorry about that. So, Haps makes you sign in every time, so I don't get notifications.
Yeah.
I only follow Matt, so the only notifications Haps gives me is when Matt's broadcasting.
I admire Haps for what they do. For me on my phone, in my van, hitting play and being able to do all the things that I can do with it to broadcast out to people, it's fine. It's fantastic. For this, sitting in the studio, broadcast with the access to computers and connected to the internet, and having the USB, the better cameras, multiple cameras, the mixing board, all that stuff, restream with everything that we could use with a regular computer. Haps is probably not what we're going to be sticking with.
No, because once you're using a regular computer, OBS is the way to go.
Yeah,
it seems like that.
And like I said, the restream is that function that Haps enables for my phone, but I'd much rather have restream because I could do the integrated chat and yeah.
Things are coming, buddy. Things are coming. I see that my future website is $80 paid for out of the $600. So that's what people are pledging. So we can do something similar once we see this guy really has,
323.one, 323.1.
Yeah,
Got
you
the
already
URL.
have the URLs and everything like that. It's getting the web space set up, so that we can run the services that you want to, having that central meeting place
For me, the relief would be not having to learn the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that's a reasonable goal for me, to not want to do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
Bilbo would say I'm being selfish, but lazy. It's perspective. Jenna, do me a favor. If Bilbo gets a little mean, just reprimand him for me. Because if Jenna's here, she can keep Bilbo in line. What?
Does Bilbo want to come on with us?
No, he doesn't want his voice being heard.
But see, it's just
Bilbo has his purpose. He sits in chat and he waits for his moment, and then he cuts me down once in a while. That's perfectly fine. The invite may be something they're still working on.
No, it's not.
To join the conversation, you should be able to do it. But yeah, let Bilbo troll. Jade says, Matt. Hello, Jade. Jade.
Maybe I'm inviting the wrong Jamie.
Jenna's like, no.
Oh no, it's the same one. Okay.
There can be only one Jamie. She left to take a test. All right.
It's dropped 12 degrees in this room.
It has. I can feel it on my legs. Do we need a fan?
Probably not.
Here, while you're doing that, I'll shut off the fan.
Okay.
Unplug it or just shut it off?
Yeah, just unplug it. Just pull the cord out of the wall.
Just
give it a good old yank.
No.
We'll be fine.
Where's it plugged into?
The wall. Under there. Yeah. Sorry.
Don't tell me to give it a good yank when the camera's on. We could get pulled for terms of service or something. Oh, now I'm watching me get up.
Yeah.
You know what? I have dropped weight.
You have lost so much weight. It is ridiculous. Well, you've lost a whole person.
Yeah.
Like 70 pounds.
But if I can see that means we're lagging big time.
On Facebook.
No, I'm on Haps right now.
Okay. Because what I see on the computer is not lagged. Oh, well, I guess on my phone. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Jamie, that it's not working. I have invited you, and it says invited.
I don't like it. He's not a bear. I can only see half of Matt.
Well, I think tonight worked really good. Oh, he's going to check his app settings and come back. Okay. I'm going to be going to the historic city of Chattanooga tomorrow. We're going to the aquarium.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, more importantly than that, how was that restaurant you went to?
The restaurant.
You said you went to a restaurant that was a regular American fare food for, was it for Bonnie's birthday?
So, yeah. So we took little Abby and Bonnie out for their birthday. It's like Lakeside. Is it Lakeside Tavern, maybe? Okay. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I was supposed to take pictures. I totally forgot about that.
That's all right. I forgot about it too.
The aquarium is beautiful. That's what I've heard.
On top of...
Does anybody else want to go to Chattanooga tomorrow?
Yeah, really. On top of you and I just talking about general things, one of the things that we would like also to include in the broadcast is our area, the Knoxville, East Tennessee area, and include that in the places to go and things to eat and all that stuff.
Chattanooga's 2 hours from here, so we could meet up.
Ooh,
We could do it, Jen. Jen is saying she's 3 hours from Chattanooga.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Matt won't come, but I'll be here.
Well, you said tomorrow you're doing it.
Yeah, Matt has a very important role-playing game stuff. Does everybody know?
I'm doing social things. Yeah, no, I've said that. I think I've mentioned it a couple times that I'm doing social things now.
Look at that. Jamie Bennett is backstage.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
Well,
Tennessee
will be.
music, maybe. I'm not. I don't know. Like I've had my fill of the music scene, but I'm not totally discounting it.
So I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to be able to hear Jamie or not, but we're going to try.
It's all a work in progress.
There is so much Tennessee music between Nashville, Memphis, and Knoxville. It would require Matt and I to do like almost a part-time job to cover all the stuff.
More than enough than enough content in East Tennessee and Knoxville.
Maybe if it's like a genre of Tennessee music, maybe we could do that justice. But like, for me to do like what we used to do with Ocala Rocks for TennesseeRocks.com or something.
Yeah,
there's just so much.
Well, okay, so on the old pre-Nomad version of 3231, we'll have to plan a meetup or something. Absolutely,
all about it.
Pre-apocalypse 3231
we got something coming,
was about being a network and finding our footing on the everything that we have, the infrastructure, and then putting whatever show we want into a time slot dedicated to something. So we did have what we called Brick City Sessions, which we could call Scruff City Sessions or whatever we want, but right now is the base of operations, the infrastructure of it, getting that done first. Once we do that, and the first show that we'd do on top of the general show would be 10,000 Worlds, covering the RPGs, just because it's something immediate that we can ideas. We have the information, and it's the first subject that I want to work on, and integrating stuff that without getting started is the first step. Absolutely. When we start building momentum and we can add another show on, I couldn't think of anything more.
There we go. He's there, but we can't hear.
Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me?
Does anybody else hear Jamie? Okay. All right, hold on. Oh, you just disappeared.
How about that?
Okay, hold on.
Ooh, with a nice wood background in the back. That's
yeah.
He looks gorgeous. Like can't hear him.
Okay, we can hear you now.
You can hear me now.
Oh, and we don't hear ourselves.
That's good.
That's
Jamie,
good.
Holy shit. We got it. We got it working. Holy shit.
It's definitely some things they could improve on, but overall, I'm not getting a lot of not getting a lot of lag, so that's good.
Very loud for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a slider for his audio?
No, to me he's loud enough. I mean,
yeah, and just as I say that, I am getting a lot of lag.
Yeah.
Well, you said the L word.
I think it's funny. Like our beards are like small, medium, and large, and like I couldn't even be a roadie for ZZ Top. At least you guys could like be on stage.
Let me say, Jamie, love the beard game. I'm jealous.
Thank you, sir.
It's weird on my phone. I don't see Jamie, but on Facebook we see him, and on the computer we see him.
Oh, that's because you're. Oh wait.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's because.
You know what I did also just notice, Matt. That does not stop your phone screen from going to sleep.
Yeah, so that I had to change my settings for that because I was having to hit my phone every like minute, so it wouldn't go to sleep.
Haps on its own does not tell your phone that it is on.
Yeah.
So you have to tell your phone to stay on no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that the recording capabilities and stuff isn't really meant for mobile chat like TikTok users and stuff like that. It's more meant for studio quality like you guys have set up.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't sit and watch apps.
They want it. As far as I know, HAPS the programming is more towards programming than just mobile streaming. The mobile streaming they want to have as a feature, but I don't think it's their priority. I think, like Jamie just said, I think it's the studio. They want to have people. If me and my van is that's not who they're looking to service. They're looking to service people who have their home studios and are able to do like that.
Live in a studio for sure.
But we all love Van Matt. We all love Van Matt.
Yeah,
I do, for sure.
Well, we all do. We all love Van Matt. Let me change backgrounds with this custom high tech setting here. Let me push a few buttons. Push a few buttons. There we go. Oh, that one's better.
There we go. That's awesome.
I downloaded this one earlier. Downloaded this background earlier.
What about Natalie's painting? Can we do that one?
Here, we can change to other natural. Oh, hold on. Let me push some buttons and I don't know if I've got that downloaded.
We have a segment of just Jamie running through his house and changing background.
It looks so real.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This one's in 4K. That's 4K.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's a night here in Florida, so I can't do the natural Florida backgrounds.
No. You could do the special sound effects.
You know what?
You got to tweak your brightness setting. It takes a little while to tweak that. Like about 12 hours, you should be able to bring that.
So did you end up using your phone? You got it working on your phone and not the computer? Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, what are you running around with your webcam? What's
got the whole tower on my arm.
Yeah. Really long USB cables, Ben.
He's
I'm carrying around the screen.
He's pulling it like luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little roller cart behind me.
What is tell everybody your TikTok account, because it's very interesting.
It's Dirty Harry, but Harry is spelled HAIRYEE.
Okay.
Just because not. I mean,
yeah, I called you.
I when I made the.
I called you like Stinky and Dirty.
Dirty.
I heard. I heard.
They're awesome.
Those have always been my other nicknames anyway.
Yeah.
Dirty, grubby, stinky guy, or something like that. It was something like that.
Well, my thought was when I was making the username, it was just me and the daughter messing around, and I'm like, oh, Dirty Harry, because I'm hairy and perceived as unclean. But when I typed it in the natural way, I'm like, great, now everybody thinks I'm going to be a big fan of the movie. I know every quote from the movie, and I've never even seen it. So I got to put a few E's on the end, so I'm, not trying to act like I'm directly copying a name from a movie that I know nothing about.
What's going on, Ben?
It's not charging. What did I do?
The garage is looking nice, though.
Slowly but surely, it's looking better. Yeah, no, this is telling me I'm like dead. You want to just
so it's not working for you?
No. Yeah, try playing it in. Yeah, that's weird. Well, it's almost my bedtime, anyways, guys. But let's just let this fucker go.
Matt, did you want to see this gray background I downloaded?
Sure. I got a little bit of lag. I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, because from my phone,
there's a shoe in the background. I don't know why they put
that was
shoe
extra
in the background I downloaded, but let me get the. There we go.
Oh no! Nice.
But no, I like the app. And it's it'll be something to use. Like you said, there's many different platforms. It'd be nice if you could put all platforms together as one. But
I love the
I love
the HD quality of your background. There's so much texture to your background.
So much 4K. 4K is a wonderful thing. I mean,
all the Ks.
Awesome. I've got all the Ks going. I've got hyperlink and super stretched my GPU,
Whoa.
and all those fancy. Yeah, oof,
You're he's
lots of money in that.
practically in the Matrix.
Yeah, there's
Which-
there's at least 12 pixels right here.
Did anybody actually watch that?
The sequel to the Matrix?
Yeah.
I did. I paid. Did I pay money for that? No, I didn't pay money for that. I
Yeah.
was.
Of course you did.
I was on the annual pass. I got the Regal annual pass. So that was I think that was one of the first movies that I didn't have to really pay for.
Did you think it was good?
I thought. I thought you needed to put it in perspective to appreciate it. But I mean, like when you already have the Matrix,
Mhm.
you're not going to have a second first time. So it's just not going to be the same movie. It was it was very interesting. It was an enjoyable movie. I certainly didn't shit on it like a lot of people shit on it.
Yeah, a lot of people shit on it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was a really good movie, a really good take on it. But like when, let's face it, we're getting cinema quality, like some great content on streaming right to our friggin' faces immediately all over the place. So like cinema really has to do something in order to make an impact nowadays. But so I like you're not going to make, like I said, you're not going to make a second first time. So it's not going to be as big and as awesome as Matrix was. But I think it was all right. I think they did it.
You didn't think some of the action scenes they were just phoning it in, like.
I think it's very well. Okay, so I think it's very difficult to do something. They did a lot of stuff that it's not the movie, it's our perception of it.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen the Matrix and you've seen the first trilogy, what can you do to make it bigger than that?
A better plot, better storyline. I didn't think it was all that great. I'm sorry. But I did not see it in the theater.
Because like
I didn't see it all at once. I watched that at home, cut up like fucking 12 times because I just couldn't finish it because it was. I
haven't seen it at all, but I'm gonna go with Jenna said down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and say the ending was crap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like I said, like
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you.
Yeah.
What can you really do with it? Like you could say
if I was to write a new Matrix script, I don't think I would have done what they did.
I don't think I would have made the first trilogy second two movies, personally.
Oh, I would have ended it with the Matrix.
Just the Matrix.
Just the Matrix. Yeah, that's it.
Like I was saying, that in itself, standalone, fantastic film. But when you add other stuff to it, like the CGI, like my brain keeps snapping back to Keanu on that pole doing doing the circles and stuff. It's too much. It's just, and this one at least didn't do that over the top stuff. It did different over the top stuff in a different way. So, would I say Matrix was a bad movie? Absolutely not. Have I seen a better version of the Matrix? Yes, it's the first Matrix. That one, like I wouldn't have gone by. But no, I don't think it was shit. I don't think it was garbage. It was a really good movie, and a lot of it was interesting.
Like a 2 out of 5.
I don't know. I don't like grading stuff really, but like it was. I'd say it was a heavy 3. It was above average.
But it's hard to get over what I guess you would call a new age cult classic. You know, as the first ones were. You can't really. You're not going to top that. I mean,
if you see somebody like imagine
it was a lot better than a lot of other movies being released in the past 2 years. Yeah. I'm going to leave the broadcast, but only my video. I'm still going to be here. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to leave. And then we might, okay. Now Jamie's going to get even bigger now.
Well, now the broadcast is going to be uneven because there's just going to be too much sexy man on screen.
Sexy bearded action.
Well, turn your camera off, Matt.
Then there will be just enough. You're right. Then we'll have just enough.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of we got a lot of hair going on here, so.
The thing that I like the most about
your video quality went down when he closed his.
Did it?
That's funny.
For reals? Oh, okay.
Looks the same to me.
Yeah, you're
on my phone it looks fine, but then again, you're also is that going through your phone now?
Yeah.
So you're just
Yes.
your camera on your phone is making you look good, but the data that you're receiving in processing through no, but being serious, the everything that you're receiving, all the information you're receiving is going to look like garbage because it's focusing more on what's what's closer to him, which would be the phone stuff. But for me, it's just fine.
I can make weird faces now that I'm not on the.
Why are you taking off your shirt?
Exactly.
I don't get that part.
Who's the horse?
I didn't think you could even fit that in a studio in the back of your garage. No, the cool thing about the Matrix that I've always liked the most about it, and especially this new movie, is the story, the psychological part of it. Because it no spoiler that it shows Neo in the real world, and as opposed to what we consider to be the Matrix with all the slick, the slick back hair and the glasses and the kung fu moves and stuff like that. It kind of just shows Mr. Anderson, and the way that it actually explains the previous trilogy. Like it explains everything that happened to Neo in the past.
That was a bad dream, guys. Don't worry.
Well, but like that sort of thing is the thing that, like, without special effects, without needing any of that stuff, that's the thing that I would connect to with the movie more than, oh, look at the cool things he can do with things exploding and the whole CGI and all that stuff.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
Hello. Was that? I don't know what that was.
So yeah, the getting a little long winded now on the Matrix, but yeah, that was my
does that make it feel more relatable? In fact,
dealing with the realness of it, with the psychology part of it.
Well, the fact that less over extreme CGI, dealing with more of him as a person. Himself,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing that I get immersed with in the movie more than, like, I was just about to say, if you see somebody fly, it's really difficult to see that and be like, oh my gosh, he's flying. It's at this point we're all going, I wonder how they did that. Did they use a green screen? Did they use wires? Did they, your brain sort of these days switches into that. How did they make that happen? So of course you're going to get sucked out of a movie, but if the movie is all about what's going on in your mind and stories and relationships and all that stuff, then that makes it more enjoyable, where you get less chance of your brain escaping and getting sucked out of the immersion of the movie. So you're leaving? Yeah. All right. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Okay. So do you want me to shut stuff down, or how are we? All right. I'm like, how are we doing this?
Just leave it all on, Matt. Leave it on all night. Let it record the garage all night.
So I guess I'm broadcasting for the rest of the night. Do I get to sleep?
Nope, you got to guard everything.
What are we going to talk about? No, okay. So, yeah, the which makes me think movie reviews would be really cool to do on here as well. To throw there's a lot of things that we can jump on with this. I don't know how much of the broadcast you've watched, Jamie, but we do plan on doing a weekly thing. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ben and I sitting here and doing our regular show for about an hour and a half.
Well,
go ahead.
That's a good time frame too, because I work second shift, so I'll be at work at that time, and I can just set my phone up and watch you guys, and stop my podcast for a moment and tune into you guys.
Absolutely. We can. Ben was saying stuff like you could pre-record something, and we could introduce a segment if we wanted to. We can. Who knows what the future may hold if you're interested in it? But yeah, like I was telling Ben when we were trying to get you ready. Like, I want you back, man. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to have you jump on board.
Yeah, and I like you said, I haven't really explored this app much, but if this app plans on doing things or whatever you end up using permanently, if this isn't it, where you can, like you said, insert, say if somebody pre-recorded something, or even have audio inserts of people leaving you message. Because you remember how back in the day in Ben's, well, you're in Ben's garage now, but in Ben's other garage, older garage, having people do the phone call thing and the
Mm-hmm.
pre-recorded messages that you play, and that was always cool.
Yeah. We had. I still have the number.
But just having the app is
kind of broken up there. There might be a lag because you said
is
having
the app capable of
a little bit of lag. Say it one more time. Is the app capable of
inserting things such as that, other video and audio sources?
All right. What the plan is, if I remember what Ben said correctly, Haps is really good for me on my phone to just turn on the app, enable mic and camera, put in a title, hit go live stream, and then I can live stream myself, just me. And right now with Ben and we're using Haps because we're able to broadcast out to Twitter and Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. There are certain things like the fact that we can't read comments on Facebook. There's certain things that we don't have access to at the moment. But what we're going to end up doing is, now that we can actually use uh, like a stationary, a static computer in the keyboard and hook up with the mixing board and do all that, we can do more with OBS. And as far as the streaming and video inputs and audio inputs and such, and the mixing board, and integrating chat with something called Restream.io. So it's just a matter of getting all that set up. So we wouldn't even rely on Haps. We could do all the rest of the stuff ourselves with the computer. It was the fact that I could get that capability of OBS and a Restream and that sort of thing. I could get all that integrated to an app that I could use on my phone. So that was the only reason why we're looking at Haps. But the less we can rely on Haps and still be able to broadcast everywhere and be able to receive the chat from multiple platforms and stuff, like that stuff that I've worked on, that I just need the access to the computer and download the proper programs and get that all figured out, and overlays, and there's so much more stuff that we could do. But that's when we could take something, you email us some video or like a segment or something, we could play stuff back and do the Zoom calls. And I had the Google Voice number I still have. I think it is 850-888-3231.
You're you gonna remember that? Can you remember it?
I sort of do. I think it's 850. Yeah. It's the area code.
The integrated chat, I think, is going to be important.
Yeah, absolutely. The interaction is key to get people that want to join the conversation to join the conversation. It's going to be a big part of it. And like I feel bad that I can't read Facebook comments right now, because as I said a little bit earlier, whatever platform anybody wants to use, if you just want to use Facebook to watch me to join in, go on Facebook. If you don't want to get on YouTube, get on Twitch. Some people like Twitch because they watch Twitch all the time with all the gaming streaming and all the cool content that's on there. YouTube is super easy for a lot of people, myself included. I would probably watch on YouTube if I didn't have the Haps app, and if I was watching content, I'd probably get on YouTube and watch my live streams. TikTok is something that I want to integrate eventually. I want to get up to 1,000 followers so I can live stream on TikTok and access that audience. Go where the people are that they're comfortable with and bring the content to them. I'm fine with that. Eventually, like Ben says, we want to be able to direct everybody to 323.one so that they can view that, or a 3231 app on their mobile phones if they don't want to use the browser feature. But and use the integrated chat and all that stuff, our own thing eventually. But we got to use what we have available now. So the potential for all that is super cool. And most of the stuff I understand. So it's just a matter of doing it consistently and having access. Now that I have access, now that Ben is like, yeah, absolutely, come on in and fiddle with stuff I need to fiddle, I can do all that extra art stuff like the overlays and watch my videos and check out tutorials and stuff about how to do what, and then I can apply it in the studio more later on in the afternoon, and then I only work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 5. So the rest of the week is open for me. As far as social things that I do, I have one Tuesday night role playing game every other Tuesday. I have a Thursday night D&D weekly session, and then that's it. So my mornings are available. I can get up 7, 8 in the morning, and I could work for 4 hours. Would do a lot, do tutorials and all that. Get a lot of stuff done in just a few days, and have that all ready for us to throw on. Make the broadcast just that much better next week. So. And we know I can talk, so that's not a problem. That part I got covered.
Yep, definitely. And the only problem I see with TikTok is, yeah, we know you can talk. TikTok has 200 followers, so not a lot, but enough to go live. The only problem with that is the system they use for monitoring. It's way too ban happy. You get a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the disabled community that actually make videos just for their own well-being and interacting with other people. And you see a lot of their channels instantly get banned, and they have to battle with it, and they're banned for a long time just because they had 3 trolls that went on in a short amount of time and reported it for no reason, and it bans the channel out. So it's a good resource for pooling and collecting people to bring them somewhere else.
Oh, so sabotage is what you're talking about? Somebody can just come in and be an asshole and just like report you, and then they'll close it down without hesitation. That sucks.
Without hesitation, without review, instantly.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing about integrating new stuff into a community. The app is like, we want to make access to this because this looks popular. This looks like it'll get a lot of people on board, and then have nothing on the back end to take care of. YouTube has their own problems. Twitch has their own problems, the terms of service and all that stuff, which is, it's understandable that they want to make the content available. They want that popularity. They want eyeballs on their product, but their terms of service are pretty cut and dry. Anything that might be conceived as offensive, ban, just drop, just discontinue. To cover their asses is the bottom line for them. So,
exactly.
But at least if I can jump on, if I could broadcast. Jenna doesn't like TikTok. Yeah, I get it. That's it. It's an acquired taste for sure. Not everybody's going to enjoy TikTok, but on my end of it, if I can do a couple live streams and at least get folks' attention, and it's available for people to watch, and I can tell them, hey, we broadcast on all platforms. I got to get my thing right so that when I get to get that live airtime, I can draw people's attention and maybe get somebody like, oh, they're pretty cool. Well, all right, yeah, the TikTok isn't that great. Maybe I can jump on YouTube and see what this guy's about. If I can advertise a little bit, absolutely, that's worth it. Yeah. Just to get more numbers, I want to get more.
And I've done that on multiple occasions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you find somebody that has because most people follow a certain spectrum. If they have a video that goes crazy, they tend to do the same thing over and over again, which really isn't my style, but it works on TikTok. So if I find somebody that has a common interest, they do it in a entertaining platform in an entertaining way, I'll type their name in. I'll search. I'm going to see, do they have a Facebook page? Do they have a YouTube? Yeah. And most of them do have YouTube content that they make that, that's their stable platform. Mm-hmm. They don't have to worry about accidentally getting banned or sabotage getting banned on TikTok. So on YouTube. So they're using TikTok as a platform to get people to other.
Yeah. Get people's eyeballs on, draw them attention. Yeah, like it's a billboard pretty much. It's, hey, do you like this? Go check me out here, and then that's it.
Yep.
That's it done. Yeah. So sure.
Hey.
I'll do the same thing. Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I'm gonna shut this down then.
All right, no problem, sir. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and I appreciate it, and like seeing you guys and like seeing it getting going, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it becomes.
Cool. I got to head around and shut this down. But let me
it'll be different
here.
it'll be different from the Matt in a van. It'll be a change from Matt in the van. We'll all have to get used to it, but
yeah, in the mornings, I absolutely will still keep jumping on and like, hey, what's going on? How's your day? That sort of thing, kind of. But it was never going to be major content. It was always going to be me just dicking around, in the van. The actually put some work and some effort and some production into a legit podcast. Was something that I wanted to do, but just didn't have the access, didn't have the tech to do it and the time to do it. Well, I had more than enough time. I just didn't have the resources. Now that we have the resources and I can have access to this and do it, I'm looking forward to showing people what I can do and what we can provide. So looking forward to that. But all right, I'll let you go.
Sir. Can't wait.
Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for jumping on.
Have a good one. You too, sir.
All right, let me turn this off here. Thanks everybody for tuning in, by the way.